tell the truth, bro. I'm not. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know this dude personally. I know Jocelyn Savage, daddy, Timothy Savage, personally. I used to sell cars with this guy.
So what
I know he lying.
What made you want to come out with the story?
Because he tearing another black man down. Tearing him down, bro. Slander. Extortion. At the highest.
So you saying all this is a lie or a scam?
A lie. The biggest scam of them all, bro. I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. I'm not protecting nobody. I don't know Rkelly personally. I don't have a vengeance against Tim. I don't have a vengeance. I don't know Jocelyn. I don't know nobody, bro. But I do know one thing, bro. That this a case of extortion, bro. From this guy mouth personally.
If you don't know anybody.
I don't know the daughter. I don't know Rkelly. But I know Timothy Savage. I used to work with him.
Okay.
So I know what was said. And I was there when it was said.
So what was said?
Basically, if Rkelly don't keep giving him money, he was in the process of losing his Mercedes. He lost the job at Par's Cars, selling cars, used cars. That he was going to extort him for money. He was going to come out and say that he had his daughter hostage.
So when the checks stopped coming, his mouth started running.
When the checks stopped coming, his mouth started running. Just think about it. You watch Lifetime. Why is most of the parents business owners? Where they get the money from? Where they get those luxury cars from before they was on Lifetime? Where?
They are adults.
Check it out. Check it out.
They are adults with careers, though.
Yeah. Man, you gotta do the back history, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Just think about it. You gotta be a critical thinker. If the daughter came out and said she not hostage, what's really going on? What is it really for? Just be real with yourself.
So basically, you think they just pressing the issue after she told them that it was a false situation?
I know for a fact they pressing the issue.
So it's not the daughter, more so it's the father, Tim.
Bro, it's Timothy, bro. Tim, basically, bro, he got all the other parents together, bro. And it's a big plot.
So what are they gonna
with the brother?
Think they're gonna split something?
Hey, they getting it. Lifetime paid them. They got a few more other stories coming out. You know, just being real. So, you know, it ain't no secret. Everybody knows that it's a scam. It's the biggest plot.
What do you plan on getting out of you coming out with this story?
I don't want nothing. I just want the people to know the truth behind it. You know what I'm saying? Just being real with you.
How far?
I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with Aaliyah, none of the other girls. But I just know for a fact that Timothy Savage is lying about his situation.
How far are you willing to go with this?
You can put me on the lie detector test. I'll take a lie detector test.
No.
I'm not going to court though, but I'll take a lie detector test.
What I'm saying is, how many other places do you plan on taking the story? Your story?
I mean, I don't plan on taking it. I mean, to be real, I don't want no money from it. If anybody want to do an interview with me, they can hit me personally. You know, I just want to come out and just say, hey, he lying. I got a lot of information to share with you. A lot of it. You know, if you want to know, if you're going to ask me the right questions, I'm going to give it to you. You know? But just know that the whole story is a lie. It's it's the biggest plot ever. I don't know what's going on with Aaliyah. I don't know what's going on with the other girls. But I know this is a lie. You know, that's just what it is.
Tim Savage with the Kells cap. Kelly cap.
What you mean with the Kelly cap?
You think he capping?
I know for a fact he cap.
Sounds like cap to me.
I know for a fact he cap. But I'm just gonna say this. It's sad that another black man would tear another man down for money and lies. You know that you gave your daughter to him. You wanted her to be a star. She was signed. When the money ran dry, and things didn't work out the way it was supposed to work out. Now you coming out talking about she hostile.
That sounds like sex trafficking.
No.
If he gave someone his child for any amount of residual.
No. It was far as she was grown when he gave it to her. She's grown now. The whole time she been grown. She wasn't a little girl.
She was grown.
She was 19. He introduced her to her as a music artist. So basically, she was staying just how Gucci got his people staying with him. Soulja Boy got people staying with him, and they in the studio. That's how it's supposed to go. But hey, you know it it wasn't gonna go that way with Rkelly. You know it wasn't going that way. So I don't know what happened, bro. But I'm just gonna say this, bro. I know that his story was a lie. That's all I can say. You know, I don't know nothing else. I just know that his story is a lie.
Where are you from?
From Atlanta. I was sitting at the table on speakerphone when he spoke with my manager and told him what he was about to do. I told him he was about to come out.
You thought it was a joke.
I didn't know what was going on. I came in on the conversation.
Now the conversation is real. So what are you gonna do about it?
I can't do nothing about it, bro. What you mean? I'm right here telling you. I mean, that's why you put the camera in my face.
Well, we're gonna get this story out.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here too. Listen, bro. I was there. Bro. How much I'm gonna say, bro? I don't want to say too much. I don't want them folk coming at me about coming to court, none of that. But I'm gonna say that I was there, and I know that these are lies, bro. You shouldn't slander another black man like that, bro. And you know you lying. Karma gonna come back and get you.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this,
bro. I'm not no detective. I mean, I don't care about the bottom.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to come on here a brief second to discuss some things about what's going on with next week. Hey, how you doing? Next week, we, as the Savages, will be in New York between the 30th, August the 30th, and September the 3rd. This is supposed to be the week where my daughter is supposed to take this stand. And we are going to do everything in our power to make sure that she doesn't take the stand. The truth shall reveal. The truth shall come out, as it is already coming out about this case, which we've known some of these facts that have came out in the past. So, to all the victims, to the Clary family, sorry that you had to go through such a turmoil to get up on that stand. And I want to say, Azrael, I'm sorry you have to go through and relive that again. Geronda Pace, sorry that you had to go through that and relive that again. These victims, y'all, have gone through a lot, and we have to keep them in prayer. We hope that Kelly come forth and just put this to an end and plead guilty to the things that he's done to these women.
Kelly, and it's very complicated, but they're saying that R. Kelly, the musical brand, the singer himself, not Robert Sylvester Kelly, but R. Kelly, the persona. It'd be like saying, I'm trying to think of another artist, not necessarily Prince or someone like that, but just the identity of R. Kelly. It's like saying the Beatles were a RICO enterprise, because what they've said is the purpose of this RICO enterprise was to promote his shows, was to sell albums, was to sell music, and was to get girls and have sex. Was to get girls and have sex. Well, that sounds to me like the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Bon Jovi, any other known enterprise. The reason they've done that is pretty clear when you look at the charges, because they've taken essentially misdemeanors and said, these are the things that he's done wrong. And under the racketeering law, because it doesn't matter if the crime is a misdemeanor or a felony, doesn't really matter the mental state, they've elevated it into this superstar of charges. This is not what the racketeering laws were intended to punish, and it's an abuse of the racketeering statute, in our opinion.
Okay, y'all, let's get right into this messy craziness. So Joycelyn, whatever her name is, Joycelyn Savage is trying to get paid, okay? Because the well has run dry, and it don't look like R. Kelly is coming, home anytime soon. So she's trying to get some coins, okay? So basically, Joycelyn is opening up and trying to tell her story and, about her relationship with R. Kelly. She even said that he promised that he would make her the next Aaliyah. Woo, child, the lie. So you mean to tell me that somebody that sounds like this,
with his words killing me softly, with his song, I heard he sang a good song, telling my whole life. With his words killing me softly, with his song.
Okay, now let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. That was bad, okay? That was not good. Now, she's not exactly tone deaf, but that ain't it, okay? She ain't got the voice. He was definitely trying to get in your pants. How she's trying to sell her story is through Patreon. So if you haven't heard of that, it's basically a site where, you can get subscribers to subscribe to you, and basically they pay a membership every month just to see whatever you post. So it's basically you post whatever you want on your page, and whoever supports you, they'll pay a monthly fee to see it. But anyways, y'all, this is her bio on her Patreon page. It says, my name is Joycelyn Savage. I am 24 years old. At 23 years old okay, girl, I'm gonna need you to proofread your stuff before you make it public. I'm just saying. So at 23 years old, it was a breaking point for me. I was forced to do a lot of things. I'm here to tell my story. I will reveal information and secrets I've been sweared to not ever bring to light. Sweared? Okay, sworn. Okay, to not ever bring to light, but I'm willing to risk it all. Okay, girl, risk it, girl. What is you risking? He behind bars and he can't afford for nobody to put a hit on you. So okay, you're like the 1800 person. Get in line to go ahead and risk it all. But anyways, moving on. She said, this is my story on Mr. Kelly. Become a patron above and view my story and see what I've been going through these past years. Girl, I am not. No. And so basically you have to subscribe and start your membership and become a patron, and basically, you know, just follow her so that you can read or view anything that she posts on her patron page. So if you don't, then you can't view it. It'll stay locked. And as of right now, she has only one post on her page. But since I have not, you know, subscribed or started a membership, which I won't, I can't view it. But I'm sure other people will leak it, you know, so I'm just waiting for it. Screenshots coming soon. But apparently I'm not the only way that feels some type of way about having to pay for this story. People are saying, yeah, I'm convinced you're in it for the money, so we have to pay to hear your story. That's whack. At this point, I feel you should be held accountable as well. I'll wait until someone leaks it. I'm with you, sis. And we must pay for it. Laughing emojis. I'll wait for the Shade Room to post it. Why we gotta pay for it, though? Ugh. Shaking my head. Really? You have to pay? Laughing emoji. Wow. Ain't nobody paying for this, though. Because I sure ain't. You trying to make us buy this so you can give it to Rkelly? Nope. How are you doing it to save others' lives but wanting them to pay for the info? You're charging people to know your story, and weird choice of song being that he was ever great. And weird choice of song being that he was ever great. Being that he was ever great. Being that he was ever great.
You won't believe what I'm going through, trying to hold this music down just like you told me to. Every day I pray and cry cause I hear what they say. It's so fucked up that it even had to go this way. See, I get lost sometimes, I'm in a different space. All these users around, need a familiar face. Surviving chaos, girl, I see that you survived. Ain't taking sides, can't say who's wrong or right. Cause all I know is I'm about to tell the story. Oh, a lot of pain and a lot less glory. Yesterday felt just like last July. I was tired, I tried to take my life. Oh, I'm trying to get my feet back on the ground. If I don't slow down, man, I won't be around. Oh, I'm always trying to help people out, but them same motherfuckers taking food out.
This is his house! You disrespectful! You're so evil! I'm not evil, baby. I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. Say that shit! Joy, you were sleeping with me! It's the fire!
Just vacationing, and he's in Chicago.
Oh, cool. You're doing your own thing right now.
Yeah, I'm doing my own thing.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Robert would ask me to call you guys, and no matter what city we were in, he would say, is this your father's number or is this your mother's number? And it would say, call me. And I would say, yes, that is my father's number. And he's like, you need to call him. And I would say, I'm not going to call him. Because at that point, the only thing I get is bickering every time time I pick up the phone. So if I can avoid it, if I can enjoy myself in this nice little penthouse while we in New York for the weekend, I'm going to enjoy my weekend. It was very suffocating because I was an adult at the end of the day, period. And like I said, I'm not obligated to answer anyone. I know that you are my father and I love you dearly, but if I was a homeless person on the street right now with a cell phone and I did not want to call you, I would have that right. Now, would it make it right? Probably not, but I am obligated to that right if I don't want to.
So basically, Devereaux came back and he said, you wrote those letters and you're saying you wrote them under the direction of Rob. This was before he was arrested. She said, yes, he told me to write those letters. But you became a federal witness in January of 2020. She said, yes. He says, looking at the reports that they took, the notes from all of your statements, you told them the exact same thing that was said in those letters that you're saying that Rob made you write. And she said she didn't recall. He said, but if Rob was arrested and you're now a federal informant, you're not with him, why would you still feel the need to tell the federal agents the exact same thing that you had put in those letters? So that's where he got her. She was lying. I hope do y'all get what I'm saying?
Running it down on these niggas. Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we get it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that roll, fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never go hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
Got the tracks right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back, new and
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Bullets Gotti. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep the hoodie. Gotta keep the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Always got the hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? It's my trademark, the hoodie. But yeah, this video right here, so you gonna talk about Rkelly and this whole, appeal process. It's a lot of things that have been going on, crazy shit just has been going on, as of late, the Alec Baldwin situation, which is very sad what happened, that happened, a lot of people don't know, like, your first time a situation like that happened was during the filming of Crow, which was like 29 years ago, 28 years ago. Yeah, 28 years ago. So that happened 28 years ago when filming The Crow with Brandon Lee. And then to see the young lady die from that situation, very sad. Also, R.I.P. to Colin Powell. R.I.P. to one of the DeBarges, Tommy DeBarge, from Switch. Man, what else I wanted to talk about? Little bit. I wanted to just touch on a few things. That BMF shit is fire. Y'all gotta go watch that new episode. And the Wu-Tang joint. Damn, is there anything I want to speak on? Before I saw this video? Nah, ain't nothing else. So let's get into it like this. So, Rkelly. So, I want to talk about Rkelly, the appeal, and the case. So, yesterday, shout out to infamous Sylvia. I'll be over there. I support the platform. And a lot of the queens that have been, defending Kells, a lot of the brothers that have been defending Kells, even Levi Kelly. I'll be watching, I'll be catching up with everything I see. Choke No Joke is switching his tune, and he's getting on board like everybody else, like myself including. I've been on board since this shit first happened. But what I've seen with this whole Rkelly ordeal, right? And what I'm not liking and what I have a disdain for about this case is that how can you find a man guilty, right? of people with inconsistent statements. People that if you read the depositions, if you read the documentations, if you read the case, because I read the case, you know what I'm saying? I even was on Sylvia's channel yesterday reading the case and reenacting it. And if you read the case and you read what was said during the case with Jane Doe, if you read other things that was said in this case, you will kind of realize that these women, these men, they all were lying on Kels. They all were lying on R. They was lying on him. It was a money shakedown. It was a money grab. It was extortion. I think a lot of these people should be, I think they all should be prosecuted for extorting this man, for lying on the stand. And nobody's talking about how these people lied on the stand. Nobody is talking about how basically, like, if you listen to what they were saying on the stand, it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. None of it made any sense what they were saying. Because, look, they were talking about how basically, right, you listen to what the young lady was saying, right? The young lady, you read everything she said, she couldn't remember when she wrote the letter, who was, I think it was the McCleary girl. You couldn't understand Azarel. You couldn't understand how she gonna say she don't remember when she wrote the letter. How she basically don't remember anything. She forgot this, she forget this, she forgot that. You know what I'm saying? She don't even remember confessing her love to all. How she was jealous. How she basically all type of shit. Just everything she was saying in the letter, just and what she couldn't remember. It was like, come on, man. So you mean to tell me you don't remember when you wrote the letter, you don't remember nothing, but you are saying this man did this and that to you, but you admitted you was defending this man, but as soon as the money got slowed up, as soon as the money was not there no more, as soon as he was gone, you broke out and then you linked up with your father to tear this man down. The federal government did not have a case against Rkelly. The same way they did not have a case against Bill Cosby, they did not have a case against Rkelly. Rkelly got railroaded throughout the whole case. Railroaded. Rkelly was actually, being extorted by these people. Not just only, Angelo Clary, but he was also Jocelyn Savage father was extorting him also. So it's two fathers trying to get money off of him, right? And they wanted to destroy this man's career. You listen to the young ladies when they did the interview with Gayle King before, the money slowed up and he was incarcerated. They both said their parents were trying to blackmail and extort. But then when they get back and turn their back and said, oh, this man did this, he sex trafficked us and all this. How could he hold these women against their wills when she even said they were not hold against their will, they were not kidnapped? He took these women shopping, got their nails done, got their hair done, bought them shoes, took everything, made sure they was good, made sure all these women was good, right? They was good. He took care of these women. He made sure they was good. So now, everything is going on, and they all want to talk about, Rkelly did this, he did me wrong, he mistreated me, he beat me, he this and that, he didn't feed me, he made me eat my shit, and all type of weirdo shit these chicks were saying. You know what I'm saying? Just so it could sound good for the government part in the prosecution to make it seem like this man was a monster and he was this savage and he was this pimp and he was holding these women by iron fists and had his foot on their necks and did them foul. That was not true, and that was not the case. What they keep missing is this man had a good heart. And she even said it in her statement in the testimony. She said, Robert had a good heart. He's a good man. He's a good caring man. So how can a good caring man that you said was a good man, good heart, all those type of things can be a vile, ruthless, relentless man? You know what I'm saying? There was women on this case that stalked him. One, I think her name was McGee. She stalked Robert, right? He had an order protection out on her and everything. This is the first one that was coming out talking all this lying. Lisa Van, the Lisa Van chick, other one, lied too, saying, "Oh, he did me wrong, and I didn't eat and this and that." But the bitch was a prostitute. People forgetting that she was a prostitute, and not only that, but she was able to see her family. She was able to be with her family. If you read the deposition, in the deposition it says that Jane Doe, who is, Azriel McCleary, even said Robert told her to call her father, told her to call her family. She was the one that said she didn't want no communication with her family. Okay? So the way they try to paint Robert Sylvester Kelly in this case was travesty of justice. This man is locked up off of a fucking documentary. Bill Cosby, same thing, off of a documentary, off of a New York Times magazine cover. Was it? Yeah, New York Times. A New York Times was it New York Times or New York? No, I think New York or New York Times. But on the cover, they had all these women saying that Bill Cosby sexually assaulted us and drugged us. But none of them remember what happened to them. But they all say, "Oh, we were sexually assaulted. We was drugged. This is what happened." But all those bitches was sniffers, pop pills, drink alcohol, prostitutes. Like, if you look at some of these women history, because I saw their history in the Bill Cosby case. I did my due diligence to do my investigation. And all those women had drugs in their history, prostitution, alcoholism, and was known liars. Okay? Known liars. Beverly Johnson was a known liar. She lied on Christopher North. She lied on Chris North. Said that he abused her. Okay? The one that just died, the PJ chick, she lied on Marv Albert. Lied on Marv Albert. Okay? Janice Dickinson lied on many men and said that Sylvester Stallone was the father of her child. Come to find out he was not. No liar. Lied all up and through her book. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, in this R. Kelly case, there were nothing but known fucking liars. I was straight opportunistic, and they was straight up opportunists. They had motives in their minds to go after this man. And it's not only women, but it was the men too that were, employees of Robert. People that he treated like family. People that he took care of. That went on the stand and lied on that man. That lied on him to the point to make him seem like he was a greasy dude when he wasn't. Okay? When he was not a greasy dude. When he was a good, caring, loving man that took care of people. I feel like they railroaded R. Kelly. They railroaded this man. They destroyed this man for what? For what reason? For what reason? For what reason was it to go after this man off of lies? You use the Aaliyah case when Aaliyah been dead since 2001, 20 years. Why are we talking about a woman that been dead 20 years? Let that woman rest. We still talking about Aaliyah. She been dead 20 years. And they used her in the case, and not only used her, but used a lot of lies. A lot of lies that were not proven. A lot of lies that were just put out there just to slander the man. And that's why I say in this case, he can beat this case and win his appeal. Because if you could see in this case, there are a lot of inconsistencies in this case, just like in the Bill Cosby case, a lot of inconsistencies. Nothing was stanchion proven that it were facts. There were not proof in this case. There were just a bunch of inconsistencies, a bunch of lies. You know, I look at it like this, right? I've watched numerous cases. I got a video talking about Scott Peterson, where in that case, it was a lot of inconsistencies. But the Aaron Hernandez case is one case, right? Where they found him guilty. But then they started to see it was inconsistencies in that case that he was able to win his appeal. When prosecutors prosecute cases, they don't deal with facts. They just deal with slander, lies, and whatever. A person could just say anything just to get even with a person. In R. Kelly's case, and even in Bill Cosby's case, people said what they said about R. Kelly just to get even, just to put this man down, to see this man in prison. It's a lot of jealousy and envy in this case. Now, that's why I said he has a perfect case to win an appeal, to get all this overturned in his favor, because the case was weak. It was a weak case, like the Bill Cosby case, very weak. How can you come up with a guilty verdict and there was a whole lot of inconsistencies in all the witnesses that the prosecutor had? So the case was weak. And that's all I have to say. So do your homework, read, understand that there's a lot of inconsistencies in this case. And I will be talking about this more and more. Salute.